Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Perkenalkan, saya Mr. Purbo Wisiswanto. Saya mengajar bahasa Inggris di SMK Negeri 1 Binangun. Ya, biasanya podcast yang dilaksanakan oleh multimedia itu di MC-nya adalah Mr. Mameto. Tapi kali ini podcastnya berbeda. Uh, because we have a guest from America, so I have to be the host of this podcast. Jadi karena kita kedatangan special guest, special, really extremely special dari Amerika. Jadi sekarang saya menjadi hostnya. Oke. Jadi nanti kita akan membahas apa saja, everything about tamu kita ini. Jadi tentang the differentiation between Indonesian food and American food or the culture or whatever. Jadi nanti kalian juga bisa request pertanyaan pada saat nanti kita podcast tanya-tanya tentang tamu kita ini. Oke, langsung saja I will introduce you my special guest. Saya akan memperkenalkan kepada kalian semua spesial kita dari Amerika ini. Our special guest right now, his name is
Isaac.
Isaac, and his full name is Isaac Everett Underhill. Am I right?
That's correct.
Isaac Everett Underhill. Tapi kalau Underhill-nya jangan diartikan ya. Okay, Isaac Everett Underhill. Okay, so Isaac, can you introduce yourself in front of the camera here so the other will know who you are?
Yeah, my name is Isaac. I am a aspiring medical student. I graduated from my bachelor's degree from Liberty University in Virginia. Studied biomedical science, and next year I'm hoping to go to medical school in the United States.
Jadi Isaac ini adalah a bachelor from Liberty University, major of
biomedical science.
Biomedical science. Jadi sarjana dari Liberty University in Amerika dan berharap will take the study medical school this year.
Next year.
Next year.
Hopefully I'll start next year.
Hopefully start next year. Jadi di tahun depan. Gitu. Okay. So, Isaac, you are from America, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you are from America. So, how long have you been in Indonesia?
I first came to Indonesia in 2009.
2009.
And I left Indonesia in 2017.
So the first time Isaac went to Indonesia was in 2009 and left from Indonesia 2017. So it takes 8 years.
Yeah, around 8 years.
Around 8 years, and then after that you go back to America.
Yes, back to America to study for my bachelor's degree.
Okay, jadi Isaac ini dulunya tinggal di Indonesia selama 8 tahun. So when did you live in Indonesia? Where did you live in Indonesia?
I lived for 1 year in Salatiga in Central Java, and for 7 years in Kalimantan on the island of Tarakan, and 3 years in Bengkayang, West Kalimantan.
West Kalimantan. Oke, jadi Isaac ini dulunya waktu kecil tinggal di Salatiga selama a year, 1 tahun, kemudian you move to Tarakan, Kalimantan Utara for 3 years, selama 3 tahun, kemudian move again to Bengkayang, Kalimantan Barat. Okay, and then after that you go back to America.
Yes, to study for my
Ya,
bachelor's
jadi
degree.
setelah 8 tahun di Indonesia, kembali ke Amerika untuk eh, apa namanya belajar kuliah bachelor degree. What subject?
Biomedical science.
Biomedical science. Okay, so you've been here for 8 years
Yes, 8 years in Indonesia.
in Indonesia, and then after that back to America. Okay, so I have some questions for you. Actually, so the first question is because I love eating. I
Too.
like I like to eat food, some food. Okay, jadi the first question is that is there any differentiation between American food and Indonesian food? And after that, if you ever tried Indonesian food, which one is your favorite one?
Yeah, so Indonesian food and American food are very different. Americans have a lot of influence from foreign countries in their food. They eat a lot of mixtures of food like Mexican food, Italian food.
Oh, jadi di Amerika itu banyak sekali makanan yang terpengaruh dari negara lain seperti Meksiko atau Italia. Gitu. And what about Indonesian food? To
Uh,
you?
Indonesian food is a lot of it is always with rice.
Yeah.
Always with rice.
Okay, so in Indonesia, if you haven't eat rice yet in a day, we call it as belum tidak afdol. So you must eat rice. What about in America? Do you guys eat rice too?
Sometimes, if we're eating Asian cuisine or Indian food or Chinese food, or even Mexican food, they use rice also. But for like American food, doesn't really use rice. Only
Doesn't really use rice. Oke, jadi di Amerika tidak selalu makan nasi. Tidak selalu makan nasi, tapi so you always take a breakfast with bread.
yeah, sometimes bread or eggs, milk, yogurt,
Oke.
different dairy, fruit.
Oke, jadi di Amerika itu Isaac itu tidak selalu makan nasi. Kalau makan nasi itu paling kalau sedang mencoba restoran India atau Italian,
Indonesia, Asia in
Oh ya,
general.
negara-negara Asia yang biasanya menggunakan nasi. Tapi in common umumnya di Amerika itu sarapannya pun menggunakan roti, kadang-kadang telur, egg. Yeah, okay. So, and then the next question is, you've been here for 8 years, so you already tried so many Indonesian food, and can you mention some foods that you have tried in Indonesia?
Tried bakso, sate ayam,
Bakso, sate ayam,
ayam bakar,
ayam bakar.
masakan Padang,
Hey, masakan
gado-gado,
gado-gado. What else?
nasi goreng,
Okay, nasi goreng.
bakso. Did I already say bakso?
Yes. Sate ayam. You didn't mention. What about sate bebek?
Sate bebek pernah, sate kambing pernah.
Sate kambing pernah. Okay, so what about the traditional snacks?
Yes, gorengan.
Gorengan. So which for all the food that you have mentioned before, which one is your favorite?
maybe nasi goreng or sate ayam.
Sate ayam and nasi goreng is your favorite. Okay, so nasi goreng is common Indonesian food here. Everybody in Indonesia know that nasi goreng. Okay, so then next we already talked about Indonesian food and American food, and then now I will ask you a questions about culture. What is the differentiation between Indonesian culture and American culture? Can you explain it to us?
Indonesian culture revolves more around being polite and being a good host, and it's a much more social culture. If you want to buy something or talk to someone, Indonesian people are more interested in talking to you, whereas American people are more let's get down to business, just very very time focused and business focused.
Oke, jadi kalau menurut Isak itu di orang-orang Indonesia itu lebih kalau misalkan mau beli sesuatu mereka basa-basi dulu, tanya-tanya tentang eh, barangnya bagaimana. Tapi kalau misalkan orang Amerika mau beli sesuatu atau mau mengunjungi suatu tempat itu langsung ke tujuannya. Tidak ada basa-basi dulu, sedang apa, gimana seperti itu. Like that. Jadi langsung saja ke bisnisnya, ke tujuan utamanya. Setelah tujuan utamanya sudah tercapai, sudah balik. Berbeda dengan orang Indonesia, kalau orang Indonesia setelah beli sesuatu misalkan bertemu dengan temannya, jadi mereka berkumpul dulu. They have to be socialized, right? Dan menurut Isaac, Indonesian people is polite. Jadi lebih lebih sopan dan lebih ramah dibanding American people. But not all American people. Is there any American people that polite too?
Yes, there are American people that are polite, but not in the same way that Indonesian people are very polite. And Indonesian people, they always have a guest room, ruang tamu, to host guests. And even if they don't, in America, people will be ready for guests if they know that someone is going to be visiting. But in Indonesia, people are always ready for guests, whether they know they're coming or not.
Oke. Jadi di menurut Isaac di Indonesia itu setiap rumah ada ruang tamunya karena sudah siap kapanpun ada tamu yang mengunjungi. But it different with in Amerika. Jadi di Amerika itu tidak rumahnya tidak ada ruang tamunya. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we don't have guest rooms in
You-
America.
We don't have guest room. Jadi tidak ada ruang tamu khusus karena mereka hanya mempersiapkan ruangan kalau tamunya itu benar-benar mau berkunjung. Jadi ada konfirmasi dulu. Berbeda dengan Indonesia. Karena orang Indonesia biasanya culture-nya itu tidak diundang tiba-tiba bertamu. Ya, jadi itu yang membedakan Indonesia with America. So that the differentiation in culture for Indonesian people and American people. Jadi itu perbedaan. Yang pertama adalah politeness, kesopanan dan keramah-tamahan, friendly. Indonesian people is friendly. Okay, good. Okay, so we already talked about food and then the culture. So what do you think about Indonesian people?
Indonesian people are very kind, and they're also very curious. They always socialize and
Yes.
maybe
They
ask
want to know everything about you.
even personal questions that maybe in America would be considered rude.
Sensitive, yes, rude. Jadi menurut menurut Isaac, orang Indonesia itu kepo, orangnya kepoan, jadi curious, rasa ingin tahunya itu sangat besar. Jadi kalau misalkan ada like this time we have a guest from foreigner, ada tamu dari luar negeri misalnya, banyak sekali pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang dilontarkan kepada tamunya itu, especially for you. Nah, padahal di Amerika itu kegiatan apa namanya, aktivitas seperti itu tidak ada. There is no such kind like a curious person there. Jadi tidak ada orang yang penasaran di sana. Karena apa? Karena dinilai kalau di sana itu tanya-tanya tentang pribadi, mau kemana dan mau ngapain, itu dinilai kasar. Karena apa? Karena orang Amerika itu tend to be independent, lebih ke independent, mandiri. Private, ya, lebih ke privasinya lebih terjaga lagi. Beda dengan orang Indonesia ya, yang banyak keponya. Okay, and how about, okay, Isaac. So we already talked about food and then culture, and now I'm going to ask you questions that relate to you. So what is your hobby? I'm Indonesian people, right? I'm curious. Jadi saya orang Indonesia, jadi saya penasaran, saya tanyanya. Okay, so what is your hobby?
I have several hobbies. When I was in college, I did archery.
Archery, panah, memanah, and then?
And now that I'm out of college, I like to go fishing, hunting, hiking, canoeing, a lot of outside activities.
Okay, so archery, hunting, fishing, canoeing, and hiking. Right. So, what kind of activities do you like the most?
Probably archery.
Archery.
Yeah.
So you said that you go hunting. So, okay, so you go hunting to the jungle?
Yeah, in the forest.
In the forest, I mean.
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So what
hunting in the
kind of
forest.
animal that you hunt?
Several kinds. I've hunted deer before.
Deer, okay.
I've hunted turkey
Turkey.
and partridge or ruffed grouse.
Oke. Oke, jadi Isaac ini punya hobi hunting, bukan hunting foto ya. Jadi berburu di dalam in the forest, di hutan. Jadi yang sudah pernah diburu oleh Isaac itu ada rusa, deer, and then turkey, kalkun, and then portrait. What is portrait?
It's like ayam hutan.
Oh, okay. Ayam hutan kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia. And then that's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So deer, and then turkey, portrait, and okay. Jadi ada rusa, kalkun, sama ayam hutan. So you have tried deer meat?
Yes, deer meat, turkey meat, and partridge. I've
Deer
tried
meat.
them all.
So what the taste? Can you explain the taste of deer meat?
Deer meat is like beef,
Like a beef?
but it's more. It has a more strong flavor because the deer live in the woods and they eat.
Oh, okay.
They eat different food than cows that are in captivity.
Oke, jadi pernah makan daging rusa dan rasanya itu katanya lebih kuat, lebih strong karena ya hidupnya di hutan dan mereka makan makanan yang disediakan oleh hutan, beda dengan sapi yang makanannya itu disediakan oleh manusia. It's different with cow meat. Okay, so you said that you go hunting, right? So you have a gun.
Yes, I have a shotgun that I use to hunt partridge and turkey, and I borrowed my grandfather's rifle to hunt deer.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Isaac has a gun, especially shotgun. It's a shotgun to hunt deer and turkey and etc. Okay, so okay, so Mr. Isaac, last question. How long did you want to spend your time in Indonesia?
I'll be in Indonesia for 2 months
2 months until April,
until April. Yes.
and then you go back to America. Okay, 2 months. So, is this the last destination that you want to visit? This my school, I mean.
No, I have one more destination, and then I will go back to Salatiga.
Oke, jadi Mr. Esak di sini tuh 2 bulan sampai bulan April dan nantinya akan eh, ke setelah dari SMK Negeri 1 Binangun akan pergi ke Purbalingga. Setelah itu kembali lagi ke Salatiga. After that, you go back to America. Ya, setelah dari Salatiga dalam waktu 2 bulan ini kembali ke Amerika. Okay, so I have a request for you. We have a motto here. Our motto is siap. Okay, you have to demonstrate it in front of the camera. Okay, siap means S stand for santun. Santun means polite. I stand for innovative. A active. P productive. So you have to demonstrate the gesture like this. When I say Skansabina, you have to answer siap. Siap. Okay.
Siap.
Siap. Siap. The first one is santun.
Santun.
Innovative.
Innovative.
Active.
Active.
Productive.
Productive.
Can you remember the gesture?
Santun.
Now the first one is
Innovative.
siap.
Siap.
Santun.
Innovative.
Active.
Active.
Productive.
Productive.
Can you remember the gesture?
I think so.
Oke, jadi nanti Mr. Esak akan mencoba memperagakan slogan, moto dari Skansabina. Can you demonstrate it right now?
Okay. I'll do my best.
Yeah. Still remember? The first one is,
Siap.
and then
Santun.
innovative.
Active and productive.
Okay, good.
Siap.
Are you ready?
Ready.
When I say Skansabina, you demonstrate the gesture. Okay, you can look at the camera. Okay, Skansabina,
Siap. Santun.
innovative,
Active.
productive. Okay, give applause. Thank you very much. That
You're welcome.
you are so good. One more thing. Since our school will have a birthday ceremony in 19 March, so I would like to request you to say something about Skansabina, our school, or maybe you can say happy birthday to our school. Is it okay for you?
Mm-hmm.
Ya, nanti Isaac akan memberikan ucapan selamat. Selamat ulang tahun untuk SMK Negeri 1 Binangun. Okay? Give your best statement. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, you can start now.
Selamat ulang tahun
Skansabina
Skansabina ke
14.
14. I hope that you have many more great years of education ahead of you.
I mean, any other statement?
And thank you for such a great host for this podcast
Oke, thank you very much.
and for having me.
Oke, thank you very much. Jadi ada ucapan selamat ulang tahun dari Mr. Isaac. Okay, I think it's enough for today's podcast. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for your time. And I hope that we will meet again someday. I hope, really hope.
Yes, hopefully someday.
I hope it someday, and or maybe I will visit you in America.
Sure.
That's my dream,
Okay.
not hers. Yeah, okay. I hope that I will visit you in America someday. So, if I want to visit America, maybe I will call you later.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to call first because we're not ready for guests in America unless you call.
Ya, oke. Jadi, kalau saya ingin pergi ke Amerika dan saya ingin menginap di rumahnya Isaac, saya harus konfirmasi dulu sebelumnya supaya mereka mempersiapkan. Okay, everyone, this is the end of our podcast. Jadi ini akhir dari podcast hari ini. Kita sudah membahas semua tentang Isaac, tentang makanan, terus ada culture, ada budaya, kemudian ada hobinya berburu ya, hunting, and then kemudian the last request. Can you give a motivation to our students to learn English more enthusiastic in English? So the viewers will what we call it as motivated in English. Jadi saya meminta Mr. Ishak untuk memotivasi siswa-siswa untuk belajar bahasa Inggris. Yeah, because English is fun and easy for us. Okay, so you can motivate our students here.
Yeah, so I hope you all can continue to learn English, and I've been really impressed by the students here. Not only do they know quite a few English words and phrases already, but they're brave to try, which is the most important thing, because it's much more important to try even though you're wrong, because you can only learn through making mistakes. So even though it's not fun to make mistakes, it's important to. And also, just I would suggest to your students that they continue to practice and they look for other people who are also trying to learn English or who are native English speakers to practice with, because it's difficult to learn from books.
Yes.
Past a certain point.
Yes.
So they have to practice their English and have conversations, not just reading or listening to films or music like that.
I agree that. Jadi pesan dari Mr. Isaac adalah untuk bisa belajar bahasa Inggris dan bisa have a conversation in English. Jadi untuk bisa bercakap-cakapan menggunakan bahasa Inggris, kalian harus praktis dan jangan pernah takut membuat kesalahan, karena kesalahan itu bisa memotivasi kalian untuk mengimprove atau untuk meningkatkan skill kalian, untuk meningkatkan kemampuan kalian dalam bahasa Inggris, right? So we have to practice a lot every time we want to do a conversation. Jadi kita harus praktis, dipaksa praktek, walaupun kita tidak tahu arti katanya atau kita tidak bisa melafalkannya, tapi kalau kita praktek terus-menerus dan lingkungan di sekitar kita itu mendukung, maksudnya adalah ada lawan bicara untuk praktek, maka kita akan bisa fluent in English. Kita akan bisa berbicara bahasa Inggris secara lancar. And Mr. Isaac suggests that, dan Mr. Isaac menyarankan untuk berbicara langsung dengan native speaker. Jadi dengan orang yang mother tongue-nya adalah English. Gitu. Jadi kalian bisa mengeksplor kesalahan kalian dan bisa memperbaikinya secara langsung. Gitu. Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Isaac, for your time. Once again, I said it once again, and this is the end of our podcast. Jadi ini adalah akhir dari podcast. Kita akan berjumpa lagi di podcast selanjutnya dengan tema-tema yang berbeda-beda. Jadi stay tuned to multimedia account YouTube biar kalian tidak ketinggalan berita tentang SMK Negeri 1 Binangun. Okay, this is the end. Saya Purbo Dwi Siswanto. Jika ada kesalahan yang disengaja maupun tidak disengaja, saya mohon maaf yang sebesar-besarnya. Akhir kata, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for having me.